Pleasant day, everyone. In this video, I'm about to discuss the theories of evolution. Now, what is theory of evolution? Theory that has all living species have developed as a result of changes in their genetic material over time. Do you have any idea who is Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck? Well, Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck is a French naturalist, and he believed that organisms change over time and evolve in response to their environment. The word evolve means to change gradually. There are three theories of Lamarck. First one is theory of need, second is theory of use and disuse, and lastly, theory of acquired characteristics. Theory of need. It occurs when a single species branches off into more than one. The evolutionary pattern is when two closely related species evolve differently from a common ancestor. Lamarck said, "Many years ago, there's a long drought occurred in our earth, and since giraffes are herbivores, they eat plants. Technically, what will happen is that all of the plants around them, the leaves of the plants all around them, will vanish. But there are so many trees that are higher to reach. Giraffes can't reach it. To survive, they really need to reach that trees. There is a need. They need to eat. They need to reach that tree, so they really need to change." There are many examples of it. One is the bird. Now, birds develop their wings because their ancestors developed the need to fly. On the other hand, elephants have long trunks because they use it for gathering foods. Each organism therefore adapts to suit its particular way of life. Theory of use and disuse. Remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. The organs that are not used will disappear while those are constantly used will be developed. Lamarck believed that short-necked giraffes strained their necks to reach food from trees, causing their necks to become longer. Now, giraffes will continue to reach the tree. The higher tree, they stretch their neck until they reach the tree, just like what you can see in the picture. That's the reason why the neck of giraffes are long. Since giraffes always use their neck because they need to reach the food in order to eat, their neck becomes stronger and developed. That is according to Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Theory of acquired characteristics. An individual acquires certain characteristics during its lifetime. These characteristics are inherited by their offspring as well. If a parent acquires a body structure during its lifetime, it could pass that characteristic structure to its offspring, but his theory was rejected by most other scientists during his lifetime. Disproving Lamarck. Petals on flower. If you pull out the petals of flower, it doesn't mean that the next flower will have a less petal. Next is corset. The goal of corsets was to shape the prominent chest and slim the stomach and waist for women. If a woman have already a shape on her waist, it doesn't mean that her offspring, her child, would develop this same body. Another thing is frequent exercise. If you exercise frequently, you will become healthier. Your muscles will become more developed. However, you cannot pass that characteristic to your offspring or to your child. And finally, tails of mice. One scientist conducted an experiment. He cut the tails of mice, but he saw the offspring have a complete tail, even if the tails of their mother is broken or chopped into a hat. So these are just examples of instances that will disprove of Lamarck's theory. Now let's come up to Charles Darwin. Who is Charles Darwin? Charles Darwin, the father of evolution. His theory gave a rational explanation of the formation of new species. According to Charles Darwin, evolution is a very slow and gradual process. He concluded that evolution took place over a very long period of time. Charles Darwin traveled with his boat named HMS Beagle. He traveled this route until he reached Galapagos Island. This is the place where he found a lot of evidence for his theory. It took him 5 years to travel using the HMS Beagle from 1831 to 1836. During his travel, he was able to collect many specimens and documented many of his observations. The Galapagos Island can be found on the left side of South America. Galapagos Island is the muse of Darwin's theory of evolution. He actually spent only 5 weeks, but he learned a lot of things. Here we can see the different types of finches that Charles Darwin saw in Galapagos Islands. There are finches that eat fruits, insects, cactus, and seeds. Also, they are different in functions and habitat. Here, Darwin presented his theory of evolution based on natural selection. By the way, Darwin is not the only person who had the idea of natural selection. There was another scientist named Alfred Russel Wallace who sent a manuscript to Darwin about his studies. They have almost the same concept, natural selection. And then, a year after, Darwin published his book on the origin of species. You are the result of 3.8 billion years of evolutionary success. Act like it. And thank you for watching.